Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to my mock-up sewing stream. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome back to my mock-up sewing playlist, because I do have a playlist how I created these mock-ups. So today we are putting together the back. So I put this aside. I think I have to pin first. Let me see. Yeah. This is the middle back piece, and let me show you this. So I attached the middle back piece on the right side, and now I have to attach it to the left side. So let's go. Okay, I do have one pinch here, and I have to find here my pinch in my center back piece. So and I have to decide on from which side do I sew. Yeah, first I mark my seam allowance, which is 1/2 inch. Oh no, I need this pencil. Okay. This way it's a lot easier. This way to mark the seam allowance before pinning both pieces together. So 1/2 inch. And yeah, this is my waistline, and I have to go until here, and now that is a nice curve. Okay, that's it. Okay, right sides together, and this way is up where I marked my seam allowance, because otherwise I can't put my pins out. So okay, so my center back piece has a relatively straight line. It's just a little bit curved, but this piece has a curve. So that means I do pin this in short distances, or in other words, I use a lot of pins so that my curved piece and my nearly straight piece fits together. So better I pin, the easier it is to sew. Okay, so and I'm making sure that on both sides I do have any funny things happening. So no wrinkles or something, not wrinkles, that both pieces lay really good on each other's. Okay. That takes a bit of time, but it is absolutely worth it. So yeah. Okay, it's a bit, yeah, it's a bit longer than my center back piece, but I guess it doesn't matter. Only a few millimeters. Okay. So this is my starting point, and down here, but I am okay. Both of these lines do not fit. Well, let me just, because I don't know if, well, let me just mark this and here and find out if both pieces will meet. Otherwise I have to make a note that I have to look where these waistlines are meeting each other's. So, because I do have the feeling they do not meet. Oh, it's close. It is really close. But yeah, it's not so much, but it's half a centimeter. No. Well, that's I guess it's here. This is the deepest point. So yeah, that's a bit more. Yeah, I think it's 1¼ inch. No, bit more. 3/8 of an inch. I did have the feeling on the other side as well. But yeah. Okay. So it is center back piece and middle back piece. What do I have to do? I have to check the waistline, the position. Okay, so but I will put this together and sew it. So it's always good having a notebook by hand, so that everything what comes up can be written down and checked. So yeah, all of the no, yeah, no wondering these pieces are longer or shorter and don't fit together down here, because I measured it roughly, how far I cut these pieces out, because I didn't want to sew the whole skirt part of this coat. So yeah, I went a bit of I don't want to say that I'm lazy, but at least I wanted to save some fabric for my mock-up. So that's it. Okay, let's start sewing. Okay, so scissors. Okay. Guess I have to empty this. Well, I guess I will empty it when I start sewing my coat. It's quite full. Okay, so let's start sewing. Okay. To put this there, and now let's sew. And as always, I am securing as I sew my endings, or in this case, the beginning. Over the thread and underneath. And that will secure the end. Takes a bit longer at the beginning, extra work is absolutely worth the time. Okay. Oh, no. Stay there. Okay, I have to pull it a bit. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so that was 3 times. So I do this 5 or 6 times. So at least 5 times. And sometimes I'm doing 6. Okay. Yeah. That's okay. Oopsie. Stay there. Now I can start sewing when the needle is in the middle of the threads and not somewhere else. Okay. Okay. So this is part 3 of this mock-up. And I know it because this is my 3rd seam I'm sewing, and it's a project I only work on during I'm streaming. As my Twitch socks, I started knitting. Yeah, I should do a knitting stream as well again, I guess. So, yeah. So, I think it's, well, I thought first that stitching by hand takes a lot longer than it actually does, because, well, I didn't have in mind that I get quicker. So the more experienced I am in stitching by hand, and my fingers and hands have all these muscle memories, well, yeah, it is quicker than I thought. Well, yeah, I am still working on my mock-ups, and I still have my nice fabric laying around. And yeah, it's I don't know, it's well, on the one hand, I would love to start sewing with my really nice fabric I bought, and on the other hand, I still have problems with my mock-up, as I figured out today that the waistline doesn't match in the in the fabric, so in the pattern pieces. So yeah, it's still not, well, my pattern pieces are still not good. They do not fit good together. So yeah, still have to work on this. But at least I learned today a bit more. And this way I can then think about what I do with all these raw edges, how I will secure them. Am I buying a tape that I can put around and secure these ends, or am I stitching them down with the whip stitch, and how do I do this? Do I wrap one edge around the other and secure these two edges at once? Or do I iron them down so that I have, so do I iron them down like so, fold them both underneath and like so, and stitch them on both sides of my seams together? So I don't know. I think I have to ask the internet what is the nicest way to put down my seam allowance and secure these raw edges, because I have two cotton fabrics and cotton tends to fray, so yeah. So I have to make sure that all my work will not be ruined by fraying edges, and therefore that my stitches will be opened then. Yeah, that's it. So I still have to think about that. And I have to, I really have to look up the height of my waistline, where they come together. So it was it was 1/3. Still I can. So that was higher. Yeah, I should write this down as well. So one higher on the middle back. That's good. Yeah. needle is not in the middle of those threads. Okay. So this thread is close to an end, which means I can secure it in a few stitches, and I have to make sure that I don't get overexcited and make wider stitches. So I have to do now my thread is twisted. So and also I'm here at curved part, and the curve will be nicer if I have smaller stitches. It's twisted again, so let's untwist it. A few stitches, I guess. And then oh, that was a white stitch. Oh, so making sure. Okay. So I'm securing my thread. So that it doesn't open this seam. So and again 5 to 6. 5 to 6 stitches back, and then I can cut my thread, not too close, but at least I can cut it. And yeah, so I'm securing my needle here and starting a new thread. So okay, I'm not sure if I can make this whole seam today in an hour, but I will do my best. Okay, so again I'm making sure that I can secure this end, so I'm folding it over into the direction I am sewing, and then I'm stitching into the fabric over my thread end, and I'm coming out underneath it. And this way it's woven in. So, and again 5 to 6 stitches. 1, no. And I'm making sure that my needle is in the middle of my thread, of both of these threads, because I doubled it. Okay, it's 3 times. So 3 and 4 and removing the pin. Okay, so yeah, it takes a bit longer. And then all these videos on YouTube it's a bit faster. It goes faster. Well, 15 minutes or at least an hour video as in a sewing blog, and they're done. And it did not reflect the time. Well, sometimes they say, oh, I started in March and I ended in September or something like that. But I found it frustrating when they do have, although they hand stitched the garment, a full garment at the end of the video, and well, did at least 2 mock-ups and yeah. So then I found out it is really frustrating to stitch it and sit alone. Well, I'm sitting alone now as well, but at least I can. I'm doing something like a video diary. So yeah. And maybe I meet someone who hand stitches as well, and we can have a little chat about hand stitching and the problems which may come up, or the fun it makes, because I find it really relaxing. Yeah, I think it's really relaxing sitting and sewing it. At the end of a few evenings you have something finished. Same as knitting. Knitting in the evening will give me, after 2 or 3 weeks, a pair of socks. So no cold feet in winter times, because yeah, it's getting a bit colder and I start to freeze. And having at least warm feet is really good. And self-knitted socks help a lot. So yeah. So maybe someone has some recommendations for me for saving my thumb of the left hand, because sometimes I stitch in it with my needle while I'm coming up. So if I'm not watching out, it happens often. Or if I try to speed up, because, well, only a few centimeters of my seam, and then it's done, and then I start to speed up, and that puts my thumb into risk being stitched. So I don't know what I can do to save my thumb. I don't know. So at least I think if it comes to speed, I'm still very slowly. I don't know. Well, there are ways to speed it up, I think. And I think once I have more muscle memories, yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunity for speeding up. And that not at the moment. And I don't know if speeding up is necessary. I don't plan to put more weight onto my hips. So I think there are not so many changes in the size of the pattern pieces, so I don't think I have to speed up. So slowly this thread comes to an end, and that means that I am, I guess, halfway done, because I think I need 4, oopsie, yeah, I think I need 4 threads of the lengths I am normally using. What about going a lot smaller? So if I hold it a bit up, I get a bit of the sunlight which comes from my back. So make the most out of the sunshine here in Ireland and start to practice smaller stitches. Oh, they are nice. That is the width I would like to have. Yeah. So definitely need more light for this, for going so small. Okay. But a little bit is coming through the window. Oh, yeah. I have to untwist it. I created a loop with my thread, and I think I have to pull this. No, I have to pull this. It's away. It's gone. So I'm twisting the needle or the thread. Yes. I don't know if I can. No, that's further out. Okay. If I, yeah, like so. You see the last stitches, they are a lot smaller than those here in this part. So I think I have to go with the smaller stitches. Yep, smaller stitches. So, okay. So that means I have to bring some light here into this room. From some light that comes from the back, from my back, and shines upon this part here. So yeah, I do think smaller stitches are better. Oh yeah, I have to concentrate a lot to go smaller. Oh, you can't see anything. Okay. Because I put the camera in a bit more zoomed in. If I zoom out and yeah, so it's easier. Well, smaller stitches take a bit longer. Yes, I definitely have to concentrate more. So that means I do have a loop there. No, wrong thread. I have to pull this one. Yeah, that's, yeah. Now the loop is gone. Oh, my thread is nearly finished. So I will then I think this time I will not finish this seam today in my 1 hour-ish stream. So, because I would like to try to I would like to do my best in measuring how long it takes to sew this, and yeah, it's therefore I would like to stick to an hour, so that I know, okay, it's now my 3rd stream and it took me roughly 3 hours. Because I think at the end of this mock-up I am a lot faster in sewing. So, although I am now using I'm trying to use smaller stitches. Where is my, yeah, there. Okay, so I'm putting the needle inside of it. Okay, cutting it now so that I can thread my needle. And yeah, it looks a lot better here. Where it looks a lot better where I started to sew smaller. So yeah. So my thimble, and again. So now I have to try, during I secure my thread, I have to try to continue with these smaller stitches, which is, well, I think it's really hard. It's really hard to go that small, but I guess my seam will be better. I really think it's better than. So where is it? Over there. Someone did take off the sun. So yeah, I have to think about some sunlight, not lightning. Sunlight for this, so that I can see this, what I'm doing here. Oh, did someone count with me? Was it the 3rd? Well, I don't know. It's my 3rd stitch, I guess. Maybe it was my 4th, but at the end I do not force me to only use 5 stitches for weaving in my end, and I don't know if you can hear it, but there's some cooking in the room beneath me and it smells really nice. So yeah. I only can do this thread and then think they can need some, well, actually I don't know. No, they do not need my help at the moment. They're learning to cook themselves, to plan everything, and to or find the right time to the right not direction. Well, which food must be prepared first and which one goes onto the oven or onto the on the fire. The last. And I guess it's quite good that I am not always around in the kitchen, because, well, they did grow so much and they learned so much after, well, I did tell them the basics and they start to get creative by themselves. And it smells really, really, really delicious. So, yeah. But 51 minutes, nearly 52. So, yeah, I think this seam will not be fully done this time. No. Because yeah, I'm trying to do smaller stitches and that takes me a lot longer than these wider stitches. Well, I tend to go back to these wider stitches, but I try not to. So I try to go smaller. And yeah, that takes a bit more time. But anyway, doesn't matter. And the better the light condition is, the better I can see where I have to put my needle in and where I have to come out, so that I really can do smaller stitches. What I am now remembering is, well, my scarf is nearly finished, and I thought it would be a great idea if I finish the last rows with you and on the stream, and then we're gonna I do have some little socks for the advent calendar lying around, and I think we can finish those as well. And yeah, I think that is a good idea for, well, today's Tuesday. I don't know if I can finish my scarf. I don't think it's finished today, or nearly finished. So I think latest on Friday, and then we can make a catch up with my projects videos, I think. So this half circle scarf is then finished, and I can finish these little socks, and then the only thing I have to do is blocking them. I have to not the socks. I have to block my scarf, because well, it looks beautiful already, but it's raining outside and windy. No, it's not raining. It sounded like rain. no. So, yeah. Oh, the light goes away. So, yeah, I think doing this would be great. Maybe at the end of the week. I don't know if I can knit. Well, I think it's only 3 pattern repeatings. Yeah, 3 full pattern repeatings and a little bit of a 4th pattern repeating. So I think that, yeah. And then at the end of this stream, if the hour is not nearly used, I will knit a little bit more with my on my Twitch socks, I think. So yeah, I think that is a good plan for this week. So sewing a bit more for the mock-up, and then at the end of the week looking what has been done. Yes, sounds like a good plan to me. So, and I wanted to sew me a cushion, a pin cushion, so that putting back my pins or taking them out of my pin box doesn't make such a strange noise. So, yeah. I think I will secure now my needle. Oh no. First I untwist it again. I'm untwisting it like so. Then I secure it here. Take this pin out. And I I fold it back like so that I have my needle onto the front, so that I see there are some needles and pins in. Okay, so I would say thank you for joining me here on Twitch or later on YouTube, and yeah, have a nice day, and we will see next time. Bye bye.